Aloha and welcome to Healing Ways with Kayla Ray. Checking in after quite a break. The reason I'm checking in late is because things are crazy. Who else is feeling a little overwhelmed and crazy at this moment? I'm hoping and I know that a lot of your hands are up right now because there is just such polarization happening, and I feel like this time is just an intense time of purge. So we're going to experience those extremes and those polarizations, and we have to ride this wave and really get through this one. For me, I know that means a lot of shifts. I'm shifting entirely in everything I'm doing with my business, as well as I took that big test, which I passed, thank goodness. I feel even more insane for it. But we are going between, like I talked in my old video, that old self that we had, that version of ourselves that was fear, that was that negativity and the heady space stuff, to this heart-based, loving, beautiful, magic version of ourselves that can live in joy and in the moment. And I think we're really living in between, like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I think that's why we're seeing politically, globally, we're seeing such intense polarization and such extremities in our lives. I can feel this for myself. I felt like I've been really in my head, and in those moments when I feel the craziest. My body's been going through a lot of symptoms as well. I've been having stress-based, of course, but I think it's bigger than that. A lot of like stomach-based stuff. I feel dizzy. I've been having panic experiences, even some panic attacks, just a lot of extremeness. And it's that transitionary period and that purging. And we're having to kind of figure out, who the heck am I? What am I even doing here? What am I doing? What do I even want? If you notice, I'm not wearing glasses right now, which is really unusual for me. I'm a person who needs them to see. Well, we came down to the beach, and what happened is I brought my prescription sunglasses, which, as cool as they are, I just don't feel like I can connect without the visual of eyesight. So I think it's kind of fitting, because I feel like I'm doing just this right now. I'm stumbling around without sight. I can't see things clearly. I have kind of an idea and a vague blurriness of what I'd love things to be like, but it doesn't seem quite real. It's not vivid enough. I can't see where I'm going. And that's what causes me to go into my head and do all of this like negative fear-based stuff and try and fit into this box. But really what I'm looking for, when I feel my heart and I feel into the moment, it's so different. So I'm not using my eyes for my clarity. So if you're stuck in this in-between place, I just want to tell you that that's so where we're all at. And it's just really what's going on right now, both energetically, politically, globally, blah, blah, blah. So I just wanted to share that. I want to share one simple thing that you can do to get yourself into this beautiful other vibrational space when you're maybe in this negative space. All you have to do is a simple thing. Find a human being out in the world who is invisible to a lot of humans. Oftentimes I find this is like busboys, maintenance people, people who are cleaning the bathrooms, people who are taking out the trash, all of these invisible parts. And they're like the invisible parts of ourselves who are working so hard and that have all the dignity of all of us, but it's not being given. And to access our heart self and go in there, find that person, and when you see them, walk up to that human being and just give them that, hey, I recognize you, and I just wanted to tell you, I thank you for all the hard work and dedication that you're doing in your job right now. I really appreciate you. Giving them that bit of humanity, that bit of love for them, gives that love back to yourself. It feels so good. I want you to try this. It's an easy thing you can do, and you can get yourself stepping back over in the right place. So I tried this for myself. I was in a really rough space. I was in the Ala Moana, which for those of you who know is the big mall on Oahu, one of these big outdoor like Waikiki area mall things, and it's right by the testing center. And I was really stressing out because my test was, in just a short time, and I was eating, and I went to use the restroom, and I saw a woman who was cleaning up, and they were so packed and busy. She was avoiding people, trying to do her best to just get things done and be respectful of people's space. And I was just cognizant of her. And I was about to leave, and I just had this feeling like I just feel so much for her, and like she's a part of myself. And I just came over to her and let her know that I just really appreciate all that she's doing for me and everyone to keep this space so nice. And I thank her for all her hard work. And it felt so heart enriching to acknowledge. It's like acknowledging that part of myself that I'm not looking at, that no one's looking at, that feels abandoned, lost, and disconnected. Not to say that that's how she was feeling, but I felt that and projected that onto myself. And she smiled, and I felt like we had a moment. And I think that's what we're missing in this world today, is just that connection to each other again. And that we're purging out all those bits of ourselves, those fear bits that don't feel connected, that feel isolated, confused, that feel judgmental, that feel judged. And so try that technique. That, along with all your self-care, your grounding. You can see I'm here at the beach. I'm trying to get some of the salt water to help heal me and clear me and just get out into nature. Try some of that and see if you can get yourself into a better space, a space in which we're in this ideal world and we don't have to be in this fear anymore. I think we're going to do a lot of jumping back and forth, and that's natural. Have that compassion for yourself and just do whatever you can to get yourself into good heart space, knowing the answers will come, and they're coming from within you, not from without and outside of you. So I just wanted to check in and give you that message today. And until next time, aloha.